Hello, everybody. Hope you're having a great day. My name's Nathan Castle, and this is my 422 for No Zombies Allowed. The first quote I am using is, "We don't really think about what it is we're watching and why." This really caused me to think about my own childhood and the interests I liked. And, as a kid, we just like it because it's popular. We don't really focus on what what we really like about it. It's very superficial. We really need to dig deeper into understanding why we really like something, and even as we grow older, we still have a tendency to do it. So I think it's a really constant battle that we always need to focus on. My second quote is, "We just finished up viewing of a 10-minute clip of a Jerry Springer show entitled 'I Am a 13-Year-Old Prostitute.'" First of all, I would never have guessed that you would be able to show a clip in a middle school. Maybe it's public. I don't really remember it, but I couldn't imagine teaching or showing a lesson that involved the style of show that Jerry Springer show is, and teaching it to middle school students or having them critically think about it. Of course, they're in a world today that they're very much surrounded by it, but in just to the fact of teaching it in a middle school just shocks the world out of me. Um, it just it made me think, would I be able to teach something like that in my class? Because sadly to say, it's relevant. Um, and so, do you teach it, or do you just let it go by? Which I think would be doing a injustice to the students. I just can't imagine it. My third quote is, "During the first few weeks of the class, I immersed them in the basics of production and critical viewing." So this media class that they're in, they watch stuff and then they analyze it. But he chose viewings that they probably would have an interest in. And so the critical part of that is critical viewing, not just watching for pleasure. It's being able to categorize things and understand why production managers do things, and being able to analyze it and say what's wrong or what's right about it. I know in my middle school and my own education, we never really analyzed anything that had any relevance to us. It was always something that was done before our time, so to say. Uh, and so my last quote is, "They were to transcribe the lyrics of a song word for word and prepare a presentation in which they analyze its meanings for the class." "Any song?" asked Frankie. So the idea of this project was really good, is to pick out a song and really understand the meaning of it. I know personally that I just like songs just because of the tune of it, and I sing songs that I don't know what the words mean to it. And so, again, the idea is critical thinking. It's going deeper into it. Um, and so the idea of the class, or the idea of the project, is really good. But, as he states, it kind of was maybe not a well thought out plan, because he allowed Frankie to use that one song that had really, really, really vulgar lyrics. So I think as teachers, or as a lesson I've learned is make sure you think your lesson plan all the way through, so something like this doesn't happen. Because I felt so embarrassed for him because his intentions were so good, but a kid is a kid, so you have to make sure there's restrictions for their own good. Because even though he listens to it, you just have to make sure it's thought out well enough so that he wasn't able to share it in front of the students because it was so bad. Um, my first relation, I've already mentioned it, was in for my middle school, which this article usually takes place. We always analyzed books like To Kill a Mockingbird, or there was this one book I read in seventh grade. It was The Chinese Princess. So we did analyze it, but it was nothing to the extent of being up to date, so to say, with me. Um, I wonder if it would have done any better for my learning. Um, the second relation is, I had a friend who was supposed to meet with a teacher someday after school, but she never did. Just like in the article where he was supposed to meet with Frankie so they could listen to the song or analyze the text, but he just never got around to it. My friend, she was a little hurt by it that she never did get to meet with that teacher for some odd reason I can't remember, but I do remember that she was a little hurt by it. But at the same time, she could have approached him or her to meet down and express, or not express, but talk about what they needed to. So, and my first question is, what do you do when a kid brings something inappropriate like that? Just think and dwell on that. I don't really know the right answer. Of course, when we get our teaching positions, I'm sure there's a procedure that we will have to follow. Um, the second question is, missing out on a teachable moment is heartbreaking. Um, so, as future teachers, how do we make sure we limit these chances for teachable moments to escape us? I know after reading that article, I'm sure that author wishes he would have been able to sit down with him and maybe make a huge difference in his life. Who knows? So that's those chances that we need to make sure we grab a hold on and don't let them slip. Hope you guys have a great day. See you.